part owners in the Nigerian enterprise. So it is totally a misplaced idea when someone, when we tend to look at views, that we project as strictly partisan, not really understanding the fact that within our fold are Nigerian citizens, that are also part owners in the enterprise called Nigeria. So we must situate this properly and understand where we are coming from and what we are talking about. Thank you.
So in very clear terms, I need to get this straight now. What you're saying here, are these your personal views or the views of your party?
Thank you. That's a good one. CPC as a party, before now, when the president mooted that idea, we had rejected the entire idea wholesale. It was not even in our contemplation that the president was going to benefit from it or not benefit from it. The entire idea nauseates. Truly. The entire idea nauseates. And now coming to flesh things up, to tell you clearly, that this whole idea, is standing upon very shaky, very decrepit foundations. Totally shaky foundations. And Nigerians should just reject it wholesale. Thank you.
A host of people will disagree with you. They would say that in the last 2011, when elections were held, we can see only very recently INEC issued a statement saying that politicians should learn to stick with the timetable. A host of people are already campaigning for 2015, 2 good years ahead of 2015. A host of people will also argue that the focus has moved away from governance now to the 2015 elections. We all witnessed what happened in the Nigeria Governors Forum election, and a host of people feel that the tensions were there because of what people are, or the calculations for 2015. So do you not agree that somewhere in the first 4 years of an incumbent executive member, say the president or governors, that the next elections are always so strong on their minds that sometimes it overshadows even what they're supposed to have done in the first 4 years? And some people will also argue that even after getting the first 4 years, that they tend to relax in the second 4 years, which is tantamount to what exactly will happen if you had only 1 6-year term. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. I wanted, I wanted you to be sure that you are finished before I begin.
I'm done now.
Thank you, my sister, once again. Thank you for clearly articulating your view. And I will respond by telling you clearly that if there have been any infraction of the known electoral laws as regards sticking to the timetable for electioneering, I will put the blame squarely on the laps of Mr. President. You see, Mr. President sits atop a huge infrastructure, a huge, bureaucracy, that is in charge of the infrastructure of security within the Nigerian enterprise, within the Nigerian nation. So if some months ago, almost a year ago, we saw, in fact at 2 different times, posters of Mr. President, seeking for a re-election. And the presidency came to deny that twice. And nobody was arrested. with all the huge security infrastructure available, under the purview, under the watch of Mr. President, it leaves, much to be desired. We cannot understand how we will have a situation where people will just wake up. Were they doing it in the night? Were they doing it? Were they ghosts that put those posters there? Nobody has been arrested.
Mr.
Because that was clear infraction of our law.
Mr. Fashakin, you seem to be concentrating on the posters alone. What about the Nigeria Governors Forum and the permutations of many analysts that they were very important because of 2015, which is 2 years ahead?
Thank you.
Go ahead, please.
Okay, thank you. Now, thank you, Mokwe, once again. Look, you see, the Governors Forum is a body that is not entrenched in our constitution. You can say that it's a voluntary association of Nigerian governors. Fine. They are free to hold their election. Let no one be deceived. It is the presidency of this nation that has given the Governors Forum election the much acclaim, that we are seeing, or that we have seen. We don't want to be hoodwinked by the hocus pocus, by the presidency that we don't have any hand in it. No, we do. We won't get into that obfuscation now. It is correct. The presidency, has a hand in the crisis, of the aftermath of the election. No doubt about it. So if you are going to ask me, who is the cause of that? Of course, it's the presidency. If the presidency, behaves in a very urbane manner, there will be no need to unduly overheat the policy. So we must talk to Mr. President that please, let us stick to the rules. Ahead towards 2015, let's stick to the rules. The rules, the Constitution of Nigeria is there to guide us on how to do things. So, if Mr. President wants, an atmosphere of peace, of tranquility, utter serenity within the Nigerian problem at Nigeria's place, yes, it is within the ambit of his power to ensure that.
All right.
Thank you.
Although you have people who will sharply disagree with you on that, because they'll tell you there are institutions to do that and not the presidency's responsibility. That's why you have institutions of government. But, we're really out of time. We can't go any further than we have already. Well, thank you for coming on this morning. Mr. Rotimi Fashakin is the National Publicity Secretary of the Congress of Progressive Change, CPC.